Good morning, everybody. Sports, a presentation of the Chuck Edwards Sportscaster Club. High school football fans got their first taste Friday night with scrimmages being played across the state. In Watonga, the Eagles scrimmaged Tennessee. Head coach for Watonga football, Greg Johnson, spoke on his team following the outing.
I think we perform like our true nature as a young team, and we're building character now and trying to teach the kids to play with a lot more confidence. And we saw it in spurts. And we just need to, hang together, stay together. And I think once it starts to come together, I think we're going to be a better ball club.
He also told us his goals for the scrimmages.
I'm looking for a lot of continuity, a lot of unity, a lot of team effort, and, just playing as one. That's the biggest thing, playing as a unit.
Johnson is in his second year as head coach. He tells us the differences so far from year one.
Well, this year, I think we have more continuity. I think they believe more. Last year, they really didn't know what to believe in. Didn't know if I was coming back. They've had a different coach every year. So now they're starting to believe, starting to understand, and have something to put their faith in.
The Eagles kick off the regular season Friday in Apache. It's a busy day on the Right Media Network with high school baseball and softball being played. Starting at 5, the Weatherford Lady Eagles softball team will host Bethany for district play. The Eagles are yet to play a district game, and this one is the first of 5 straight. Pregame begins at 4:45 on Eagles TV. Beginning at 5:30, Hydro Weekly Baseball will host the Academy. The Bobcats are clicking to start the year with a 4-2 record and a win in 3 straight games. First pitch is scheduled for 5:30 on Bobcat TV. Other baseball being played includes Hammond traveling to Arnett, Canute plays Blair Granite, and Cheyenne Raiden takes on Lokiva Sickles. On the softball field, Watonga gets Calumet, Sealing goes to Leedy, Maynard hosts Canute, Hinton takes on Fort Cobb at home, Elk City takes a trip to Kingfisher, and Clinton plays El Reno on the road. Several tournaments were held in the area over the weekend. At the Leedy Baseball Tournament, the hometown Bison walked off Calumet 10, 9, and 11 innings for the Hardware. Slade Clark delivered the game-winning hit that scored Sawyer Switzer. At the Leedy Softball Tournament, Arapahoe Butler finished as champions after shutting out Canute 6-0. Delaney Lee finished the game 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. And at the Weatherford Classic, hosted by Weatherford Volleyball, the Lady Eagles finished as runner-ups after a loss to UConn in the final. Happening tonight in Thomas at Ross Field is the Thomas All Sports Hamburger Fry. From 6:30 to 7:30, meals are available for $5. At 7:30, the pep rally begins where you meet the members of the Thomas athletic teams. An issue this summer for all high school athletics, regardless the sport, has been the heat. To keep student athletes safe, the OSSAA forces teams to monitor the wet bulb globe temperature. The WBGT measures heat stress using the air temperature, humidity, wind speed, sun angle, and cloud cover. Once the WBGT reaches a certain number, the length of practice can be altered or canceled completely. Head coach for Clinton football, Trevor Powers, speaks on the WBGT.
We've got heat regulations and whatnot, and it's for kids' safety, and I completely understand it. But when you get this crazy summer that we've had this year, it's made it a little tougher. We had it in Kansas last year when I was at Liberal. I think we got wet bulbed out a couple of times, and then we had restrictions several other days, but it's not as humid up there. You get along I-40, and then in the eastern Oklahoma, I don't know when those guys are practicing, but that's really difficult.
He also spoke on how the team is working around the heat.
Do you want to practice in the morning? Morning's pretty tough because then we're asking our kids to go to 8 hours of school after they've practiced for 2 hours, and we want them to be alert and ready to go in the mornings and lift and do those things, and we're having to wait till 7 o'clock, sometimes later, before we're off of that wet bulb and can go. So it's just taking care of kids. We want to make sure that a kid doesn't die, and whatnot on the field, because that stuff has happened all across the country. Every year you see it, so we're just doing the best we can.
Clinton football begins Friday with a trip to Chandler. And that's sports for your Monday morning. It's a presentation of the Chuck Edwards Sportscaster Club.
Catch the Western Oklahoma Sports Podcast on Spotify, YouTube Music, Apple Podcasts, or Right.Media.